TAURI temperature check panels allow you to create a customized digital signage page. When there is not a person in front of the camera for a temperature check, the panel can be configured to automatically switch to this digital signage view. In this video, we will cover how to customize the content and create a basic page of your own. The first thing you will need is Aurora's Core Studio software. Core Studio is a full-featured control system programming software for Aurora's Reacts control systems. Core Studio is available for registered users of our customer portal. Please go to auroramultimedia.com, click on the customer portal link, then select Register Now. Once you've downloaded and installed Core Studio, you can start creating your new digital signage page. First, go to File, Core Studio Project, and we're going to give this a project name of TAURI Custom Digital Signage. You can call it whatever you want. Next, we need to select a project location. And finally, we can hit Finish. In our Project Navigator, we can now see the project that we just created. We can expand this folder, and we'll notice that there's two files in here, code.cc and interface.ci. The code file is where you program all of your logic, complex macros, and other code-related things that are behind the scenes. The interface file is what you actually see on the screen. Let's go ahead and open this file by double-clicking on it. Before we move on, I want to mention that we're going to be skipping through a lot of concepts. This video is meant to show you how to quickly create a custom digital signage page. Other videos will be made available that go more in depth with the general usage of Core Studio for control system programming and interface creation. With our new project open, let's first start by zooming out so that we can see the full area we're working with. This white box here represents what you'll see on the screen. There's a few settings we need to change in this project. First, under Outline, click on the interface. This brings up your control panel properties. We're going to change the name of the control panel from Interface to Digital Signage. Make sure to type it just how it's shown here. This defines the directory that we're going to export this project to. Next, as I mentioned, we're not using our code.cc file, so we can go ahead and just hit the red X button by that. Finally, we want to change our width and height of this project to match the TAURI panel. And most TAURI panels default to 1920 by 1080. The project themselves are made at half scale. The reason for this is it's easier to work in Core Studio, and also the interface gets scaled up to full width and height once it's published. So let's go ahead and change this to 960 by 540. Now that we've changed our resolution, we can zoom back in a little bit further to get a better view of the interface. Remember, the white box is the area that will show up full screen on the TAURI touch panel. For this example, let's say we want to change the background color, put our corporate logo on the page, and add some custom text. Let's start with the background. First, click anywhere on the page to bring up the page properties. Next, you can see we have some different options for background, plain, gradient, or image. We're going to stick with plain, and we're going to give it a black background in this case. I'll select the color chip here, and select the black color that I want. Next, we're going to select an image from our tool palette here, and we're just going to click anywhere on the screen. This will bring up a prompt, and I want to select the logo that I'm going to use here. Now that the logo is here, I can use alignment tools to center this or move it around to where I want it to be. Finally, let's add some text. I'm going to use the text object from the palette over here, click on it, and drop it anywhere. Now that the text is selected, I can change the color, the font, the size, shadow, anything about this text really. Let's go ahead and make it a bigger size font. I'm going to make it white. We can make it bold or italic. I'll just leave it normal for now. And we'll put some custom text in here. I can stretch this out and change my alignment a little bit here. I'll go ahead and center it and make the text itself centered vertically and horizontally. So here's our custom page. In order to get this onto the touch panel, there's one more step to do. Go to your Publish menu and select Publish to FTP. You can also do this through the menu shortcut right here. Again, we're only worried about the interface file, so we're only going to leave that checked. There's no need to check code.cc. Type in the IP address of your TAURI tablet, as well as the username and password. The username and password are admin by default. You can test the connection, and then go ahead and press publish. Once the publish process is complete, your new TAURI digital signage page should be ready to go. We can go to our web browser and test it by typing in the IP address /digital signage. Here's the previous one that TAURI ships with, and if I refresh, here's our new one that we just created. The last thing that we need to do is ensure that the TAURI tablet is configured to have digital signage enabled. To do this, go to your TAURI default interface, click on the gear icon, enter your PIN code, and press Login. On the detection page, make sure that digital signage is enabled and set your digital signage timeout. This is the amount of seconds after a person is no longer in the screen until the digital signage appears. Once you've set that, press Exit, go back to your interface, and your digital signage should be working. If you have any additional questions, you can contact us through our support ticketing system on our webpage or by emailing support@auroramultimedia.com.